Konnichiwa.
Watashi wa bongo desu, Tyrone.
Watashi wa hottadogu.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Lightning Advice, number 4.
Today, we've got some sad news.
Some very sad news, Tyrone.
You'll remember the story I told last episode about the prophet.
Well, okay. Since Tyrone's on the floor right now, I think I'm going to say it. We was going to have a very special episode about philosophy for you, with the prophet himself, the man with 1,000 minds. However, he's not here today because, well, the reason the prophet isn't here is simple. He's gone on a crusade.
Yes.
Gone to free the Holy Land of heaven.
Or hell.
Anything, really.
Yeah.
So, we was going to have 2 replacement guests, weren't we, Tyrone?
Yeah, we were, but then one just didn't come in. The other came to us last minute and said, oh yeah, I can't do it.
Not going to name anyone, but you know who you are. Yes. So anyway, it's just us 2 again.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be doing the classics. We're going to say some questions. We're going to answer them.
Brilliant questions from a very nice person. Decided to give us 10 questions because no one else will.
A man with a full head of hair and a full heart.
A man was great with the brains.
Yes. Anyway.
So the first question: what makes something or someone funny?
Well, I don't know.
You see, as we are cultured, hilarious comedic geniuses, I believe that what makes someone funny is just the form, and then just making a fool of themselves, but they don't care.
You need comedic timing, I think.
Yes.
It's pretty important.
Comedic timing, how to tell a joke, the voice.
Comedic timing.
Say whatever you want, just at the right moment. Because if it's at the wrong moment, a bad thing could happen.
I mean, you don't see the Prime Minister saying, whoops, I just dropped my pants, like in front of everyone on the podium, do you? Time and place for everything, fellas.
What makes something funny? Just random. For example, a tree just falls down, just randomly.
What tree?
You not see that tree up there? Just randomly falls down and destroys a house. Well, that might not be funny, but if it's in an abandoned house, it would be funny.
If it was mine.
A box, it doesn't count as a house.
Thank you very much. I was trying to get his brother back.
So the next question: when you are old, what do you think children will ask you to tell stories about?
Well, other than how many wins I got on Fortnite, they'll probably ask me what I did as a child around this age, and ask me what's the major things you did in school. And luckily, I've got a very special life, because I actually have confidence, unlike the rest of you, so I've actually got some stories to tell. Various stories about, so, adopted dad. What did you do in school? And I'd go, well, you see, I was the dancing champion. Anywhere, any place, even when teachers were dragging me down in the middle of the heart.
Well, Ben, we all know, if they ask you what did you do in school, you say, nothing. I don't do any work or homework.
Yeah.
And I'm living the dream.
Here's the thing. I don't know why teachers don't like me. And when they say, what have you been doing? I said, miss, I did nothing. And they say,
literally
exactly, you did nothing.
The specific teacher that Ben loves, of course, is physics teacher. One of the many physics teachers.
I love him so much that I think I'm going to write an entire little song about him for the talent show. You're going to join in, aren't you, Tyrone?
I will indeed. I'll be dancing in the background. Because that worked last year.
Even if the teacher's there, and if he goes, you will die.
You will die.
I think I'm going to pull it off amazingly. Not like last time when I turned off my microphone and turned up the music. Because they couldn't handle my raw power. What about you, Tyrone? What types of stories are you thinking of telling?
Well, of course. Because I'm just going to tell stories about my parents. Because they're very interesting. Tell them a story about my life. How I'm not the most sane person around. Tell them stories about what not to do and how not to get women. Great grammar, anyway. That's what I'll be telling my kids about. Oh, I'll also tell them about all the amazing TV shows. And that segues into more sad news.
This is actually sad.
Yeah.
Sad news, boys.
So, the creator of SpongeBob,
Stephen Hillenburg.
He has passed away, sadly.
He brought laughter and joy to many children. Helped me recognise that a fish slices a spatula. And
Made me think that squid was a squid when it's actually an octopus.
Thank you for the 5 minutes of extra time you had on the first episode. And other than that, Stephen Hillenburg, we love you wherever you are. Yeah. Tell the prophet wherever you are.
Please, we'll take both of you on the show because no one else sends emails. Next question.
Yo!
Should 16 and 17-year-olds be allowed to vote?
No!
I agree.
I know myself, Tyrone, and I know you, and I know a lot of 16-year-olds. They should not vote.
Some of the things that we as a community, as 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds say and believe, it's so profound that it scares me.
You know, we had a talk lesson the other day with Mr. Lyons, and we was talking about some of those remedies, those pseudosciences such as homeopathy. About half of them actually believes it works. Homeopathy is the practice of the less you put in yourself, the more it works. And this doesn't work when it's like venom and poison, does it? If these guys are given the vote on, say, foreign policy or whether we should like have like child rights, I'm not exactly for that.
Me neither. So let's say they were allowed to vote. How would the country change?
Well, obviously, the first things first.
Civil war.
I mean, it's going to be us versus, like, the old man who keeps stealing our ball from over the road. We know who you are, Henry.
Get off me alone.
I think our foreign policy is going to change to, we're going to allow penguins to migrate here. And our naval capacity is going to be made up entirely of rubber ducks. This really weird food combinations. School bread and biscuits. I don't know why, but they sort of like mix together and like make bread Play-Doh.
Well, that's if the bread isn't rock solid.
Yeah. You can kill someone with that. Crikey.
They do make some good foods, like the sausage rolls. They could keep making those.
Now, Tyrone here has a strange addiction to sausage rolls.
Funny thing, just before this podcast, I was eating sausage rolls. Every day I eat sausage rolls. For lunch. And just for lunch.
For lunch, every day. Whenever he gets them, really.
Basically. I don't really know any weird food combinations. I got one. Slices of bread, ketchup, and little sausages.
What? Why?
I felt experimental.
You felt experimental? That's a way to describe it.
Ketchup and bread doesn't work because you take a bite and the ketchup just comes out the other side and it's very messy. And you try to bite the sausages, but it just pops out.
Why are you eating? You're not even eating it then. You're sort of just like...
I'm eating bread. Stains of ketchup, that's what I'm eating.
I think one of my favourite weird food combinations is mint ice cream and like fries.
What?
I don't know, it's really weird. But sort of the salt and the mint sort of mixes together to make this strange explosion in your mouth, which simultaneously makes you sort of happy that you're eating it, but also disgusted. Someone, potion like clarity here.
Oh, I like this question. When did something start out badly for you, but in the end was great?
Do you want to start off, Tyrone? Life.
Well, not really. My life has always been great. And you should believe that too. If you don't, then you won't be great. The brain's a powerful thing. If you think you're happy, you will be happy. If you think you're funny, you will be funny. If you think you're sad, you will be sad.
Like Tyrone's friend.
Very special friend.
Well, anyway, something that started off great for me, NCS. It started off with me trudging through mud and jumping off of buildings, but being caught because it's abseiling. I'm not that sad. But it was sort of a toil. I had to do about 6 mile hike, which with these legs, whew,
You need arms, you got legs like these.
Exactly, baby. Other than that, in the end, I sort of got to know the group, and I won NCS. And now I'm on the local youth board for the public relationships officer.
Yesterday, didn't you go to Ashford?
Story time! Story time. Yesterday was my second local youth board meeting. No, I told you, my group won NCS. And apparently I was so good out of that group that I got elected to the local youth board. So do you know what that means? That means I'm the best person out of NCS this year for Ken. Anyway, I'm the public relationships officer.
No need to hate on your gist. But out of Ken, there's not much, competition.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm the public relationships officer. I talk to people, tell them to go on NCS. Go on NCS. There you
Should
go.
I go on NTS?
Yes, you should, Tyrone. You should go on NCS. It's such a good experience. You learn. You make paper mache breasts like I did.
Wait, what?
For our NCS project, we did breast cancer awareness.
Oh, that explains it. You don't have to say anything more. Don't say anything more.
Anyway, I went to Ashford yesterday, caught a train, got there, sat around for 2 hours with my goggles on, eyeing up people, but they didn't know. And sat home on the train. So I was on the train station for about an hour, sitting around, very moody by the way, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to mention this on Lightning Advice to waste time.
I was also thinking basketball.
Basketball.
I'm a very big basketball fanatic, as most people can see by my NBA 2K hours.
Can I just mention, my friend here is named Tyrone and he plays basketball and plays NBA 2K for his entire life.
I have 700 plus hours in a month and a bit. I need a life. Anyway, yeah, I started horrible. Now, I'm still horrible, but not that horrible.
But now he has a positive attitude.
Now I can, dribble.
You could do that anyway, Tyrone, but the basketball stuff.
Yeah, not with any kind of liquids.
So Tyrone, I think now's a good time for a game. Now you do film, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah! What we're going to be doing is Tyrone, and all his expertise, is going to tell me a film pitch within about, let's say 10 seconds. And 10, 20, 30 seconds. Just make it short, snappy. But make sure I'm interested. At the end, I'll tell you if I'm ready to buy your script.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So basically, there's two characters, right?
Yeah.
So one of them is seen as like a good person, the other seen as a bad person.
This is most movies.
But there's a twist at the end.
Ooh.
But then, as the movie goes on, the good person slowly goes down, 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 average. The good person rises until there's a neutral ground, right? So at the end of the movie, they don't know if it's good or bad, right? So we're left on a cliffhanger. It's like, is he the good guy? Is he not? Is he the bad guy? Is he not? Whoa! You're like...
What? So, thank you for sending me your B-list Hollywood film. I'm going to reject it. How about I explain my film script to you?
Just before you do that.
Oh, is there more?
It's not more. I'm just saying. I just took that from a movie that was very popular. So you just rejected a very popular movie.
Is this SpongeBob SquarePants?
No. Although I miss
Stephen.
Anywho, go on.
What movie did you steal it from?
A movie that I will tell you after the podcast.
Which he's just going to pull straight out behind his ear. Anyway, my movie. Two brothers. And they're in a war zone. And they're like, whoa, what are we going to do? And then one of the brothers, they find a downed spaceship and they're like, with the technology from this, we can end the war. As they get in a little spaceship and they fly up.
E.T.
No. I don't think E.T. had two brothers, like...
They had children.
Dude, two brothers does not mean your children.
It could be brothers.
Two children brothers find a spaceship, they up in the spaceship, and they're hovering over the enemies. And then they land in enemy capital, and they've got the big bad guy, like a gunpoint, they're like, yo, stop the war. And the big bad guy is like, you've activated my trap card. And he's like, yo, this spaceship is actually my spaceship. Guess what happens? We've scanned your brains, we now know all your tactics. And he kills him.
Sounds like a B-Tech of Star Wars.
Shut up. It's way better than yours, just two guys and they sort of get neutral.
It has a meaning.
Murky morality.
Shows that society is no moral standards. It's just what we see as good and what we see as bad.
Did I mention that my brother's names are Antonio and Lucio?
Let's break it down.
Let's break it down. Let's drop the beat.
That was fun.
Completely random, but okay.
Let's go back to our question, shall we? We had a segue. What was the last photo you took?
Mini break while I get my phone out. What was the last photo I took? Tyrone is crawling on his hands and knees. He's going under barbed wire. Enemy gunfire up ahead. He's crawling back. Christ, that tank shell almost hit him. Okay, you're back, Tyrone.
Just lost a leg and an arm.
Anyway, we're recording this in our new studio in Libya. That's why the audio is a bit different, you may notice. Anyway, what's the last photo you took?
It's a brilliant question. I don't really take much photos, mainly because I'm not, very appealing to look at.
Do you have to take photos of yourself?
Last proper photo I've taken, not a screenshot, was when I dropped 92 points on NBA 2K. Please.
700 hours, ladies and gentlemen.
Help me. This is why my friend, doesn't feel the same way.
Oh gosh, I've got...
Is that your last photo?
This is the last photo I have, and it's of an amazing... So,
Let me try to describe it.
please do.
So, what I see is a face, but not
Can I just say this works amazing on radio?
not an amazing face, not made of real stuff. Is that clay?
It is
Clay.
It is white tack.
White tack.
Our family can't afford that blue tack. You've got to get discount white tack.
It's a white tack. It's a man with very gouging eyes, a huge nose, some thick lips, and the strongest chin I've ever seen in my life.
Tyrone here is giving a Freudian slip here because
I'm part of a weak chin gang.
we absolutely smashed you.
So my actual last photo of a screenshot
Okay, what it says on his phone
says the Prophet and the Voices, and this is a matchmaking
a matchmaking app.
yes. And it says 100% perfect match. As this was put on a group chat, and everything after this, ha ha, lol, ha ha, ha ha ha.
I mean, it's not the voices, it's God.
Why was it important enough to take a photo of?
I think it's rather.
Well, your photo, Ben. I need an explanation for that one.
Well, it was meant to be a self-portrait, actually. Even though it looks like some sort of spawn from hell. It's like Cthulhu's underlings, and yours is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's the Prophet. Oh no, that wasn't my last one because I decided to swipe right.
Always swipe right.
Mine is one I will not say on air for specific reasons.
All I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, is it's something to do with a popular person running for head of house.
Yes.
Anyway, Tyrone, I think we're going to the end of our thing, so I'm going to give you a quick round on what's on my newsfeed. Bethesda outlines plans for the next two Fallout 76 patches. A great game which first update was bigger than the actual game.
My first instance, someone playing the game. He was just walking in the spot, and he couldn't move. So he had to uninstall the game and reinstall it. And his internet wasn't the best, so it took him a couple days. Let's just say he didn't play that game for very long.
Okay, number 2. UK weather forecast. Met Office extends danger to life warnings as Storm Diana hits UK. Since no snow has fallen here for years, I must admit, I'm always ready with the goggles, but I don't really see if anyone really applies to us.
Oh, because there's a more important one recently.
The brother from another mother, Stan Lee. He died peacefully in his sleep. I can't just say his last cameo was in Venom.
He might be in a new Infinity War movie, but let's hope he is, because if his last cameo is in Venom,
it's in the same movie where, like a turd
in the wind,
it's actually I'm
not like you, Eddie.
I'm a Yuri, a loser. Those are actual lines in the movie. 2 4 characters look to have survived Avengers Infinity War snap. 3, 2? I don't know.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Did it? Sorry.
Anyway, Infinity War, good movie. Still haven't seen it.
You should watch it.
Probably should.
I don't feel so good about that.
I don't feel so good, Chief. Fortnite 6.3.
Yeah, let's skip that.
Elon Musk says he's going to move to Mars, even though there's a very high chance of death.
Yes.
Thank you, Elon, the mad lad who invented a flamethrower company and sent his car into space.
Thank you for all the news, Ben, but I think it's time to end.
Oh.
So sad.
Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to Lightning Advice.
If you want to send your emails to lightningadvice@gmail.com, you're fully welcome to. Please.
We encourage you.
You can listen to this on not Lightning Advice, but you know.
The Tame Court Radio website, the official one. There is actually a page for us now. We've got 2 episodes out.
There's also a YouTube channel, which I still can't find.
Thank you, Dobby. And other than that, I think we're going to love you and leave you. Bye!
Hit or miss.
I guess I missed.